What's up, everybody? It's Mike Arcee here with Loud Rumor, and I'm putting this video together because people on the team, quite a few of them, have actually asked me to put this video together for you guys, the customers. And really the message that they wanted to get across was YouTube advertising, the value of it. And they felt that this was something that I would be able to get across a little clearer than they would, because this is ultimately what I do. And so I wanted you guys to watch this video. Please stay engaged with it, because this is something that if you're not doing yet, you will be doing in the future once you fully get it, but you're going to wish you went back and did it sooner. So watch this video, understand it, take the time. My goal is to be done in like 5 to 6 minutes. So please stay with me on this. It's going to be awesome. So YouTube ads. So before we get into it, let's talk about the type of ads that people have been doing for years, and they've done it because it's what other people have done, so it just makes sense to them. So let's take billboards as an example, right? You look on the highway and there's just billboards all the time. You go into inner cities, there's billboards. And people keep buying billboards because it makes sense, right? They basically say, well, in this community, there's a certain demographic, let's call it a Hispanic community, and that's our target audience. So let's put up a billboard in that area, and our goal is to obviously drive awareness and hopefully some leads from the billboard as well, but mainly awareness. And when you get billboards, depending on where you get it, in a very, very low income area, you may pay $1,500 with a 3-month or 6-month contract for a billboard. In a very high area like the Lincoln Tunnel, you're looking at $150,000 with like a 12 or an 18-month contract. So what we're talking about, the average is about 5 to 8,000 with a 6-month contract. That's billboards typically. But let's talk about why billboards aren't really that effective compared to some other things like YouTube ads, and it's going to blow your mind, guys. So when's the last time you've been driving on a highway and you see a billboard for something that you actually could find interesting for yourself, whether it's an event or something, and you go, man, I gotta stop what I'm doing and make sure I take a picture of this or write it down or call those guys or something? Probably never. You probably even get a chance to even do that, because if you're on a highway, you're going so fast that you pass it before you even get it to reach for your phone. And when's the last time you passed it and then got off the highway, got back on, and came all the way back around just so you can do that? Probably never. In fact, I'd probably say definitely never. But let's say if you did and you wanted to know more about it, you'd have to call, right? You couldn't just click on it and see more. So let's talk about YouTube ads and why I think they're the most underutilized things, and the people that do utilize it are just cleaning up right now because it's so affordable, because it is on a bid system. And since very few people get it, very few people are bidding against them, meaning that their price is very, very low. So I'll tell you my numbers to share with you, and so you guys can experience what it could possibly be for you, as it probably most likely will be around the same area. So I can choose to put my video ad in front of anybody I want to. Now, what I typically like to do is in-stream video ads. And here's what that means. You've seen them before if you've been on YouTube, and if you're a normal person, you've been on YouTube before. And you go on YouTube, and within the first 5 seconds of your video, or I'm sorry, within the first 5 seconds of that video playing, you actually have to watch an ad. Maybe it's for Verizon or a car, or a restaurant. Whatever the case is, that ad will start playing. And then it'll tick down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then eventually you see skip ad, and you get to click skip ad, and then eventually watch your video. And there's also the 15-second, the 30-second, but these are all called in-stream ads, okay? They're extremely effective because of their price point. So basically, you only have to pay for the video, the advertisement, if the person that watches that ad, that has to watch that ad, watches at least 30 seconds of your ad or the whole thing, or clicks through to actually see more about it by clicking on the landing page call to action, right? Or the video call to action to take them to the landing page, I should say. Now, 94% of ads don't get that activity. 94% of ads get skipped, meaning 6% of the ads, the remaining, you actually have to pay for. So let's bring it into perspective, my numbers. If I had 10,000 impressions, which I've had well over that now, well over that, but let's say 10,000 impressions. What an impression is, a person's watching a video and then has to see your ad first. That's an impression. 10,000 impressions, we could assume with a 94% skip rate, 9,400 of those impressions are free advertising and branding to me. 100% free, I don't pay for it at all, even though it's a targeted audience that I chose to put my ad in front of. And I'll get into that in a second. I do have to pay for 600 of those, right? 6% of that 10,000. Now, That 6%, that 600 that I pay for, ranges at around 10 cents per true view for me. So we're talking 60 bucks, guys, right? $60 to get your ad seen in front of 10,000 targeted people. Or I should say 10,000 impressions, because the same person could see it 2, 3 times, right? You guys may have seen my video on YouTube if you've clicked on the right pages that would target you to that. Now let's bring us into that next thing. So there's targeting and retargeting. So targeting, I can choose to show my ads just like you can to women between 25 and 55 that live within 5 miles of your location. That, and we can get more now, right? That like fitness, or that like organic eating, or that have kids, that like the kids network, right? Something like that. You could also choose, like I personally love to do, to choose to do retargeting, meaning anybody that visits specific landing pages, when they go to YouTube to watch any video, it doesn't matter what they watch, Michael Jordan highlight reel, how to make a quiche, how to make a napkin animal, doesn't really matter. What matters is they've been to my page. Now they're gonna see an ad that relates back to the landing page that they saw. So let's say what I was promoting, in my case, right? What I was promoting is the Fit Flavor program. They may see an ad for the Fit Flavor program. If I was promoting the GSD show, or if they landed on the page for the GSD show, they're gonna see an ad for the GSD show. If they clicked on an ad for testimonial videos, they may see more ads for more testimonial videos, because I know that that's where they were already living, and I want to keep them in that same state of mind. For you guys, they're clicking on your Facebook ads, going to your landing pages. We know exactly what they're interested in. All new YouTube advertisers that come on board with us, we actually will create a new video for you, because we want it to be really fitting for YouTube. And so based on where they've come, we're gonna take them to another YouTube video that gets them back into buying from you. YouTube ads is amazing for branding. Amazing for branding. And that's really what you want. You want to be very well known in your community. The more well known you are, the more familiar you are, the more comfortable people are with your brand, the more likely they are to buy. So, great example, let's say you're at an event and a conference, something like that, and you see 2 different booths. And you have heard of Loud Rumor. Let's say you didn't hire us, but you've heard of us. And there's other companies called ABC Marketing you've never ever heard of. You've heard of us, you've seen our stuff, but you've never heard of this company. Which one do you feel more comfortable going up to? Which one do you feel more comfortable having a conversation with? And which one do you feel more comfortable that the person's probably telling you the truth when they talk to you about things, and not really bloating the numbers to make it look better? Right, it's a company that you're more familiar with. We want the same thing for you guys. We want everyone in your community to really be familiar with you. Everybody in your target market that's in your community to be really familiar with you. Because here's the thing, they may be at another gym right now. They may be doing fitness at another studio. Or maybe they're just doing stuff at home. But all it takes is for them to get bored there. All it takes is for them to have a bad experience. Maybe somebody in the studio hits on them. Or something happens where there's a conflict now. Or they need a place that's a little closer to work, and your place just happens to be it. There's so many reasons why somebody may switch. And you know this because people have left your fitness studio too for reasons that are outside of just customer service, right? So I want you guys to remember that people bounce around, and we want them to bounce to you, and you're more likely to get that bounce if you're more familiar. And YouTube is a great way to do it, because you're attacking people in multiple ways. Some people are more auditory, some people are more visual, and YouTube really allows you to get them in both ways. So if you get a chance, you can talk with your account manager a little bit more about it, but I highly recommend that you guys explore YouTube advertising. This is something to set great expectations for you, because I love doing that. Unlike Fit Flavor and Facebook ads where you generate leads like on day one, I don't want you to look at YouTube as a lead generator like that. These are 2 different playing fields, okay? I want you to look at YouTube as a way to make these leads that you get on Facebook easier to close, because they're seeing you more often, they're seeing you as more familiar, they're thinking you're a bigger, better deal, added more credibility, and you're closing these leads better, which obviously increases the ROI on the Facebook ads you're doing and any other advertising that you're doing. So I really hope you guys take this seriously. It's really affordable. The fee for us to do it is extremely cheap. It's $1,000 a month if you aren't advertising with us. But if you guys are already, then it's an 80% discount, and it's only $200 to add it. So it's very, very affordable. And the ad spend is also extremely affordable, because you're only paying for that 6% typically. And I say typically because some people have 4 or 5%, some people have 8, 9% of the people not skip their ads. So I would say a $50 to $100 budget for ad spend, and then you have our fee of $200, you're looking at $250 to $300 total to add to your marketing plan to get more people on this side to close. If you can get one more person to close on the Facebook ads because of this, and your average member pays $100 a month and stays with you for 7 months, then that right there is a $700 lifetime customer value, and you spend $300 to get that person. So just think about it, guys. I really want you to take this seriously. I do it for myself. I'm practicing what I preach. I've been doing it, and I love it, and I want everybody to know what I know, and that's why I do all the content that I do. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and reach out to your account manager if you guys want to do it, or Molly. You guys know Molly. Reach out to her, and let's get this thing started for you. And I promise you guys, inside of 6 months, you're going to be really happy you made the decision, because you're going to have so many people say, I watch your video, and the close is so much easier. The upgrade is so much easier. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.